which were, might have even been, conflicting, if you will, But as time goes by, everything falls into its rightful order, and it's called maturity. And when you mature, you understand how to do things and how to handle things, and you have the wisdom, which is why we should always have those older around us so we can learn from them. As our President General said today, we need to learn from those that are gone ahead of us, if you will. Musa, which is the best way to introduce him, as I will, if you will, okay, right, is part of the, head of the Party Ways project. Yes, yeah. And Jack and I met him the first day that we were involved with Linda, and we were as confused as they were, and but it turned into a beautiful relationship. And here's Musa to, head of Party Ways. I never get his whole name. Last one? No? Anybody else out there? That's you? Okay. Why don't you just come in and sit down? No. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the guy, Eddie Johnson. I'm telling you, you talk about a loose cannon. I'd take him in the Marine Corps and just send him out there. He's going to kill somebody. He's going to do something. He's going to wreak havoc. He'll probably go on the other side, organize them, and have them retreat. I mean, this guy is something else yet, and hopefully he'll, or maybe he shouldn't, I don't know, and find out if he has heritage going back to the Sons of American Revolution, because I have a lot of jobs for this guy, It's been our pleasure for Jack and I to have known him and worked with him over this past year, and I can't tell you how humble we feel that both yourself, certainly the mayor here really leaves me speechless here, and of course the Whaling Museum have been and done for the Sons of American Revolution. My friend and one of our partners in crime, if you will, Eddie Johnson.
Coming up now to speak with you is a dear friend, someone that I think that you will all enjoy, someone who's a webmaster, someone who's also an artist, one of the best Cape Verdean artists in this entire area, undiscovered today, Mr. Wayne Ibn Musa Barboza.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests. I'm not a speaker. I'm an artist, I'm a craftsman, and a friend of Eddie's. And I can't tell you what I'm doing here other than he asked me to give a few words. And he wanted me to specifically teach on a dollar bill. The reason why I thought it was odd, but since it's George Washington's birthday and we should celebrate it in some manner, I'm asking everybody out here to take a single dollar bill out their pocket.
They only got hundreds. Tony.
George Washington.
Yeah.
George Washington, the father of this country, the first president, elected in 1789, February 4th, which happens to be my birthday. He's on every one of these. And there's a reason for it. We know him as the first general. We know him also as one of the largest slave owners, and all his wealth and power came from that deeds. So he owes us a little bit too. So I brought this dollar out for a reason. Not that I'm going to try to rob everybody here. But if you notice, not only is there a picture on the front, this picture's all over this. And I'm bringing it up because I know that $533 billion is spent in our communities. $533 billion by African Americans, Cape Verdeans, and people in our communities. Only 7%, 7 cents on this dollar comes back. Why? Because we don't know how to use it. We're so busy thinking it's our picture on there and it's for us individually that we don't understand that that 7 cents is not going to bring any schools to our community. It's not going to bring any aid to us at all. It's going to buy some Nike, Fabu, Falanchi, you know the names, Perialis, okay? Well, they designed this dollar bill as symbols. Pictures mean symbols. If I say cat, you see a cat. If I say calico, you see a special cat. Siamese, another cat. Dog, you see another animal. Pictures say words. And this is what we're going to try to do. Turn the dollar bill in the back. You notice that there's a pyramid in one of the circles. The pyramid is set in the wilderness, and it has 13 steps. On the base of the pyramid, it says 1776. Now, it isn't a coincidence that we had 13 colonies and we established America at that time. And it isn't a coincidence that it's in the wilderness and that there's a shadow under it. Evidently, the eye or the apex of the pyramid is glowing, and all around it is light. We cannot see anything without light. And as George Washington said, I cannot tell a lie. So he took the first page of this Bible, or this dollar, and he wrote everything called history as we know it. This is the currency. This is the juice. On the back, you see that pyramid with the apex represents a nation that rises out of a nation. It's an apex, a complete pyramid of its own. It sheds so much light on the nation that it established it, that it cast that shadow. On the other side, we see an eagle. The eagle could have been a turkey, but they chose an eagle. And it's wonderful because my son's out there right now. We actually saw a bald-headed
change
eagle.
agents. You know, whether it was Martin Luther King Jr. or Ida B. Wells or, any number of people we might talk about. If you want to sustain yourself over the long haul, change takes a long time, And if you want to sustain yourself, you have to refill your well. And I think there's a lot of wisdom in that. So that, for me, is helping students understand that the things that they care about, the things that take up their energy, the things that become withdrawals for them have to be countered with deposits. Otherwise, you burn yourself out and you can't be effective in anything.
Good afternoon. My name is Isabella Tuma, and I am a senior at Hiram College, and I'm also the president of African American Students United. A problem that we're having on campus is cultivating other young leaders. How do we do that? How do we get people involved and keep them involved with all the programming and keep them conscious of what's going on, not only locally but globally?
Well, this is a question that I think many campuses struggle with, which is, how do you get students involved? And certainly I think it's hard to do it without engaging the faculty in this process. Faculty are critical to this effort, I think, but there are lots of ways that faculty can help. Now, this is not to say that staff members can't be influential and that students can't be influential, but I think it requires a whole campus effort to really engage students in the way that we hope they will be engaged. But, for example, if you are a faculty member, you can build into your syllabus community-based learning. Community involvement, service learning can be part of the learning experience if you build it into your syllabus. If you have guest speakers that you want your students to hear, I have been on several college campuses as an employee, and I know that sometimes you have a fabulous speaker and people don't come. But if you have faculty members supporting the program, they can build it into their syllabus and make it a part of the requirements for students to attend those events and learn. Whether they were really interested or not, they sometimes hear something that they might really benefit from. And, but I also think, leading by example. Students themselves wear themselves out. That it is, let's say it's Black History Month.
Thomas Gage now has only 7,000 soldiers, surrounded by Washington's 16,000.
The loss we have sustained is greater than we can bear. Small armies can't afford such losses. The rebels' number is great, so many hands have been employed. I wish this cursed place was burned. Thomas Gage.
October 11th, 1775. Without fanfare and without honors, General Thomas Gage is relieved of his command. Once Britain's most powerful man in America,